On February 5, 2025, Kang Taehyun, a member of the popular group TXT, Tomorrow X Together, celebrated his birthday in a way that touched the hearts of many. Unlike the usual fan celebrations or simple acknowledgments, Taehyun chose to mark his special day by donating 25 million KRW, approximately 277 million IDR, to support art education for teenagers. This gesture instantly became a highlight among fans and the wider public, turning his birthday into more than just a personal milestone but a meaningful contribution to society. According to an official statement from Big Hit Music, the donation was directed to an educational organization dedicated to nurturing creativity among youth. The funds would be used to support programs such as art training, the provision of musical instruments, painting supplies, and scholarships for talented students facing financial hardships. For Taehyun, who has often spoken about how music and art changed his life and gave him an outlet to express himself, this act was more than philanthropy. It was a way to create opportunities for others to discover the same transformative power. Soon as the news broke, social media was flooded with excitement. The hashtag Happy Taehyun Day trended at the top of X, formerly Twitter, with thousands of MOA expressing both birthday wishes and admiration for their idol's generosity. Fans emphasized how Taehyun's impact extended far beyond the stage. Words like role model, impact, and meaningful contribution appeared repeatedly in posts. Some even created fan art illustrating him as a figure of light bringing hope to children and teenagers, further amplifying the emotional resonance of the donation. The culture of idols making donations on their birthdays is not new in K-pop, but Taehyun's choice stood out for its focus on art education. Many observers noted that the donation reflected maturity and thoughtfulness, highlighting his awareness of the responsibilities that come with fame. Instead of lavish personal celebrations or extravagant gifts, he turned his birthday into an opportunity to give back in a way that directly connected to his craft as a musician. His act became a powerful example of how celebrities can align their influence with meaningful social causes. Media outlets in Korea and abroad quickly picked up the story. Headlines highlighted both the sizable donation and its long-term potential impact. While fans were already celebrating, members of the general public also expressed admiration. Netizens praised Taehyun for embodying values that transcended celebrity culture, describing his decision as a reminder of the universal importance of compassion and social responsibility. His birthday celebration, therefore, transformed into a moment of broader significance, sparking positive conversations even outside his fandom. The practical effects of the donation were equally noteworthy. According to the recipient organization, the funds would go toward purchasing instruments for schools lacking resources, financing free art classes for teenagers from low-income families, providing art scholarships to gifted students, and organizing performing arts workshops with professional mentors. These initiatives were expected to directly benefit hundreds of young people across South Korea, ensuring that Taehyun's gift was not only symbolic but also transformative in the lives it would touch. Heartfelt messages of gratitude soon followed. Representatives from schools and arts organizations emphasized that Taehyun's contribution was more than financial. It was a powerful validation of the importance of art in young people's lives. One scholarship recipient's open letter went viral, reading, "Thank you, Taehyun, for believing that art matters. Your donation gives me the confidence to pursue my dream of becoming a musician." Stories like these amplified the significance of the act, showing how much encouragement and hope could grow from a single act of giving. Reactions extended far beyond Korea. MOA around the world joined in celebrating Taehyun's generosity. International fan bases organized online campaigns to spread the news, and, in some cases, even launched additional donation drives in their own countries in his name. In this way, Taehyun's birthday act resonated globally, inspiring communities across Asia, the Americas, and Europe to connect his personal milestone with collective good. His action sparked a ripple effect, proving that kindness can transcend borders and create a shared sense of purpose among diverse groups of people. Cultural commentators observed that Taehyun's action reaffirmed the role of K-pop idols not just as entertainers but as agents of social change. With global influence, their decisions carry the power to inspire millions. Known for his intelligence, calm demeanor, and empathy, Taehyun further cemented his image as a role model. To him, a birthday was not simply a celebration of self, but an opportunity to give back. This perspective, especially rare among young stars, illustrated a level of maturity that resonated deeply with fans and the general public alike. Ultimately, Taehyun's birthday in 2025 will be remembered as more than a celebration. His donation stands as a legacy of kindness, one that will continue to impact young people for years to come. Rather than being a fleeting headline, it became a story of how an artist used his platform to inspire, empower, and support the dreams of others. Many hope that his example will encourage other celebrities to follow suit, creating a culture in which the entertainment world contributes not just through art, but also through empathy and solidarity. With this act, Taehyun turned a personal day into a gift for many, leaving behind a powerful message. Birthdays can be about more than receiving. They can be about giving back to the world. The ripple effect of Taehyun's generosity continued to grow in the days and weeks following his birthday. Fan communities began organizing online forums to discuss how they too could make meaningful contributions in their own local contexts. Some fans in Southeast Asia, for example, pooled donations to purchase supplies for underfunded art schools in their regions, crediting Taehyun as the inspiration for their actions. In Latin America, MOA groups collaborated with small nonprofits to hold free art workshops for children. Each of these efforts was branded with the spirit of giving back, and many proudly tagged their updates with #InspiredByTaehyun. This global movement demonstrated the immense influence idols can have when they choose to channel their platform toward social good. Fans, already united by music, found a new form of connection through charity. For many, it felt like a natural extension of Taehyun's message. Art has the power to connect people across cultures, and so does kindness. What started as one artist's birthday donation had snowballed into a worldwide ripple of empathy in Korea. The coverage deepened as journalists interviewed art teachers and education specialists about the potential impact of Taehyun's donation. One music teacher in Seoul expressed, "We often struggle to provide quality resources for our students, especially those from disadvantaged backgrounds. Having a public figure like Taehyun support art education is not only financially helpful, but also symbolic. It tells young people that their artistic dreams matter." This symbolic validation was as valuable as the funding itself, because it elevated the perception of the arts as essential, not optional, in a young person's education. Meanwhile, entertainment analysts pointed out how TXT as a group had often expressed themes of youth, growth, and self-expression through their music. Taehyun's decision to donate to art education aligned seamlessly with this artistic identity. It wasn't just a random act of charity, but one that reflected the values woven throughout TXT's career. This alignment between artistry and philanthropy made the gesture more authentic and resonant, both with fans and the general public. Some articles drew parallels to previous instances of K-pop idols engaging in philanthropy. BTS's RM, for instance, had famously donated large sums to preserve cultural heritage and support music education. IU, one of Korea's most beloved solo artists, has consistently supported causes related to children and education. By joining this tradition, Taehyun placed himself in a lineage of idols who used their birthdays not merely for personal celebration, but as opportunities to spark meaningful change. However, what made Taehyun's case particularly impactful was his youth. At only 23, he was already demonstrating a sense of civic responsibility beyond his years. Fans also shared personal reflections on how Taehyun's act affected their lives. A fan from Indonesia wrote in a blog post, "I've always loved Taehyun's voice and personality, but this donation touched me differently. I grew up in a family where art wasn't considered important, but seeing someone I admire invest in art education makes me feel like my dream of becoming a painter is valid. Such reflection showed how philanthropy by idols doesn't just support recipients directly, but also reshapes how fans view their own paths and passions. Internationally,